Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Short Film Saturday. Today I'll be reviewing a short film called A Moment Too Late. Like I said before, I am reviewing a short film called A Moment Too Late. It follows teenager Bella, who is being bullied and is suffering depression because of it. While the film doesn't show the bullying happening at school, we do see her in a room holding bits of paper, and we don't really see what's on them or on any of them until towards the end of the film. Though I think the filmmakers could have done a little bit more to show bullying, because we're in the day and age where bullying isn't always written down on bits of paper saying like kill yourself and that sort of thing. It's more done via sort of like social media or in person, that sort of thing these days, as well as probably other forms of bullying. So yeah, the filmmakers could have done a little bit more in terms of showing the bullying. It's feeling really lackluster in terms of getting an idea of the fact that she was being bullied. Also, during the course of the film, we do see Bella sitting near a railway line as her favourite spot to sort of sit and going over the whole bullying situation and contemplating whatever. This sort of sets up the whole ending a bit of what she's essentially thinking of doing, in terms of maybe I should kill myself because people don't like me and because people are telling me to kill myself. While I didn't have a lot of issues with the setting outside during the film, I did have some issues with the setting at home. The home didn't really feel like a home. There were no real photos set up around the place to emphasize the fact that they lived there, and it just felt like they sort of hired a place or something and didn't really make much of an effort to make it look like as if the mum and the two kids lived there. And Bella's room, while we don't see much of it, it didn't look that much like a teenager's room, particularly a teenage girl's room. Another thing I had issues with in terms of like setting was the fact that the meals seemed to be eaten like afternoon, after the kids had gotten home from school. For example, the first meal that they're seen eating is just spaghetti, no sauce. I don't get that. It's not really a healthy meal, and no mother that I know of would cook just spaghetti and feed it to her two teenage kids with nothing else, and like no bolognese sauce or whatever else people would like to have with spaghetti. It just doesn't seem like they thought that out that much. One of the other meals that they had, which was the second meal, looked like pre-made stuff that you buy from the supermarket that's just heated up. Again, not a very healthy meal. Something that the filmmakers could have thought out. And the last meal towards the end of the film, before the brother goes to try and find sister, no person would leave a meal out without it being covered. We don't know how long that meal's been left out, and wouldn't taste that nice. It just seemed really odd for me in terms of seeing that. Some of the conversation around the meals seemed really weird as well, particularly when the kids are eating the second meal, and the mum asks the son how about the footy stuff or something. He mentions stuff about the football, and the mum goes, "Really? How'd it go? I knew you would."
I made the school football team.
Really? How did it go?
It was good.
I knew you would.
It's the "how'd you go" sort of response is a little bit weird to me, in terms of responding to the son saying, "I made the team," or whatever it is he said. She could have just said, "Really? I knew you would get on the team. That's really cool." Something like that. That bit of conversation or dialogue seemed really awkward to me. I also found a bit of issue with the notes that were left behind. The first one being from the mother. It doesn't really look like mother's handwriting. Something they could have got the actress playing the mother to do, to make it look like as if a mother wrote it. And the note left by Bella, again, it didn't look like a teenage girl's handwriting, and they could have gotten the actress playing Bella to write this rather than whoever wrote the note originally, because it just felt awkward in terms of those particular notes. While I didn't mind some of the camera work and some of the lighting, the whole look of the film looks really bland, and as if they didn't really put a lot of effort into making the shots look really nice when it comes to film, because I find that sound and lighting sort of, in a way, work hand in hand sometimes. They could have made a little bit more effort to make the images and the shots look really nice, but they didn't. Lighting could have been a bit better as well, particularly in the house, rather than using the natural light. Could have been worked on a lot better. The editing of the film, for the most part, was fine, though they could have done maybe a bit of color grading to help bring up the coloring of the film so that it didn't look so bland. The pace could have been a bit better, and like I said before, the filmmakers could have done a bit more in terms of showing the bullying and emphasize that Bella was being bullied, and that could have helped with the pacing of the film as well, but it's something that they can work on for probably next time. The sound design for the film, I didn't have a major issue with. Overall, the film was okay to watch, but it's not one of my favourite films that I've seen. For the film, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget that I'll link the video down below, and if you'd like to suggest a short film, please leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to review it, and I'll see you guys next time.